Taylor Swift's power era. Why is the billionaire pop star one of the world's most influential women? With a record-breaking world tour, the ability to move economies, and a $1.1 billion net worth, the 33-year-old artist is one of the world's most powerful women. "You're making me feel phenomenal," Taylor Swift tells the sold-out stadium crowds at each stop on her Eras tour, just before performing her feminist anthem "The Man." The 33-year-old pop artist then flexes her bicep and licks the muscle, sending the fans into an even greater frenzy. "You're making me feel powerful," she replies, a smile spreading across her face. Swiftie Nation recognizes that she is, and has always been, the true source of her own power, and 17 years into her extraordinary career, Swift has never had more economic, cultural, and political clout. All of this has propelled her from 79th on Forbes' list of the world's most powerful women in 2022 to 5th this year. Swift became a billionaire in October as a result of the Eras Tour's record-breaking success, making her the rare music artist to achieve 10-figure status, joining the likes of Jay-Z and Rihanna. The Eras Tour, a 3.5-hour performance retrospective of her career, has made approximately $850 million over the course of 66 U.S. shows. Swift's net worth has risen to $1.1 billion thanks to the first leg's estimated $190 million after-tax profit. Next year, the show will tour Europe and Asia. The Taylor Swift effect creates a broad financial halo. 2 nights of her tour in Denver generated $140 million to the state's GDP, thanks to fans spending an average of $1,300 on hotels, restaurants, and merchants. Swift was even mentioned by the Philadelphia Federal Reserve in its June Beige Book, saying that May, the month the Pennsylvania native performed at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly for 3 nights, was the city's best month for hotel revenue since before the pandemic. The U.S. Travel Association estimates that the U.S. portion of the Eras Tour contributed more than $5 billion to state economies. "She's like a big corporation, essentially, operating in many sectors," says Carolyn Sloan, a labor economist and University of Chicago professor. "For so long, her audience has been so young and female that people may have underestimated how big this thing could be economically. Nobody questions that today, in my opinion." This year, Swift's primarily youthful, female audience followed her to the box office. She showed her business muscles once more, circumventing Hollywood studios to release the Eras Tour directly with AMC in October, despite having no typical marketing infrastructure behind her. It doesn't matter. Swift is the ultimate marketing juggernaut. Stacey Jones, founder of marketing firm Hollywood Branded, says that over the last 2 years, the singer has amassed more than $130 billion in earned media, a bit of a voodoo number that seeks to measure the worth of free publicity. Word of mouth and a few well-placed appearances at Kansas City Chiefs football games were more than enough to fill the seats. The movie notched a $93 million opening weekend and has grossed more than $250 million worldwide. Much of Swift's authority originates from her direct control over her business, like with the Eras Tour and concert film. More amazing, and perhaps far more profitable, is how she reclaimed ownership of her song catalog by re-recording albums that were part of a $300 million sale Swift claims was done behind her back. So far, she has re-recorded and reissued 4 of the 6 albums included in the sale. When 1989 was published in late October, it established a Spotify record for most streamed artist in a single day. When you consider that Katy Perry and Justin Bieber sold the rights to their respective music collections in 2023 for more than $200 million, Swift's music's value will only increase in the future. Swift, as fearsome as she is hardly the most powerful woman in the world. This honor is bestowed upon European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, whose policy and fiscal decisions affect Europe's 450 million citizens. That figure could eventually surpass 500 million. Von der Leyen underlined her intention to make Ukraine and the Western Balkans official EU members in her annual State of the Union speech in September. This year's runner-up is Christine Lagarde, president of the European Central Bank, who is guiding Europe's monetary policy at a time of high inflation. Swift is followed by U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris No. 3 and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni No. 4. Both are the first women to hold their roles, and Meloni is exercising her power by proposing constitutional changes that would allow for direct election of the Prime Minister. "All those people with hard power are truly powerful women," says Jones, who is a branding specialist, "but they're not going to be able to change the world in the way that Taylor Swift is."